What's going on, guys? Dilford here. So today I'm bringing you guys an Escape from Tarkov video, and this is tips and tricks for beginners. So the game just made it where you can post on YouTube, so I'll be posting a lot of tips and tricks. So hit the subscribe button and turn post notifications on for more tips and tricks. So you guys, let's get right into this. So the first tip is to keep your gear / your stash clean. You don't want to have it all messy and unorganized and everything, and as you can tell, my stash is actually pretty organized. I don't have much gear, but I do keep the gear I do have very organized and clean. So here's some pictures on what I would suggest doing and how you should do your inventory. Now, sort it out the way you want when you first get the game. You don't have to take this advice, but this is a tips and tricks. When you get useless items, just put them all in one big pile and then go to the third trading guy and sell all of the gear. So that'll lead into our next topic. Okay, so the second tip is learn all of your traders. You can get scammed very easily by basically getting ripped off. All the traders sell different things, but some of them sell guns and some of them don't. But the ones that do sell guns, like let's say the AK, one person will sell it for 900, the other person will sell it for like 3,000. You can get scammed off very easily, and I would recommend figuring out the traders. So the third tip I want to give you is be reasonable with your gear. I wouldn't suggest taking an M4 into factory. Honestly, I wouldn't suggest taking anything over an AK-74. I usually take an AK-74U sometimes, or even a shotgun, but I mainly like to use pistols. They're really reliable most of the times, and the Makarovs are the cheapest, so I usually buy 5 or 6 of those at a time, and I usually profit off of this. So make sure your beta, your gamma container, or whatever you have, make sure you're taking on the right gear. I wouldn't suggest taking the really good medkits. I can't pronounce the name, but the medkits that take up 2 slots, it's like Surviva, something like that. I'm very bad at saying it, but I wouldn't suggest taking that in unless you're going into customs, woods. Now, if you're really rich, then yeah, you can take it, or if you just don't care, but I would suggest just taking a normal medkit and some bandages and some splints. Okay, so you want to go down to the bottom right and mess with everything in there. If you don't have everything in here set, it's going to be a very hard time to play with, such as your controls. Like me, I like to have E as my inventory, so I change that for every single game. Make sure your mouse sensitivity for your zooming in and just normal is all good. And then let's head over to the graphics tab. So honestly, I don't have the best computer, so I run it all low, and I have my screen resolution at 1980 by 1080 because that's my monitor. Now, if you still have all this off and down, and you're still getting bad FPS, maybe turn your resolution down. I do not prefer limit to 60 FPS, just because if you can't get up to 60 FPS, it will lag your game a lot. Now, the reason I say turn it all down is because you need to have the best FPS you can if you don't have the best computer. So in your sound tab, make sure it's all good, because if you can't hear, that's a key in this game. You really need to be able to hear, and I have Razer surround sound, which I would prefer trying to get, but I would prefer getting that so you can hear. So my last and final tip of the day is, if you're not that experienced of a player, I would just say take it slow. Don't be running around everywhere unless you're out in the open, like in the forest. Yeah, you can run around as much as you want, but such as if you're in a building, such as factory, don't be running around everywhere. Unless you're in a PvP state and you need to get out of there, then don't just be running around and making tons of noise. If you're really loud, you're gonna die because people are gonna know where you're coming from. Try to stick in one area. If you don't stick in one area and you're just running around like factory, you're gonna get killed very quickly. So I would suggest setting up that you have to hold control, because if you just make it where you press it once, and you might forget it sometimes, so if you're holding it down, you'll know that you will know that you are walking. Well, you guys, that's all the tips I have for now. Once I get more experience myself, I will share any other tips I get for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for my bad talking. I'm still working on commentating, but I hope you enjoy. If you do, drop a like, subscribe for more content. Love you guys. Peace.